Hi everyone, my name is Madhu, and it's me who spoke with you almost a couple of hours back. And I have clearly informed that I am a campus placement consultant. So I was supposed to give you an online session. However, things were not making my time to suit yours. So I'm sending this video through this link, and mostly I will convey the maximum message to you people. Now, this is my website, spokeforyou.in, and here you can see that these are the colleges which are being tied with me, which is MGIT, TKR College, and there are some engineering colleges. I have mentioned only five. However, there are many more colleges, and the companies that I got tied up with are these are the multinational companies which have been tied with me, where I've been sending manpower for the past half a decade, which is nearly 4.5 years to 5 years to them. And it's not like only these companies. Apart from these companies, there are many more. So prior to that one, what I usually do is, I'm not against any consultancies or consultants. Well, after completing your graduation, generally a consultant will take your resume. They will see the requirement in a particular company. They will put it into your profile. They put it in their profile, and then they will say that in case if there is any requirement is there, will definitely call you. And once you're into that company, later what happens to you, that they are not aware and they are least bothered. So for that purpose, I have come across with a new methodology, my dear friends, and that is nothing but career counseling. So let me take you through this PowerPoint presentation, and we'll go step by step. So the first thing is, at the present scenario of the present pandemic of COVID-19, many are thinking, will they get a job? Yes, my answer is always a big yes. You will surely get a job, that's for sure. Then after getting a job, there are some who say that, are we getting good earnings? I still say yes, a big yes to it. How and all, I will show you, my dear friends. Next, once you're into one company, then many will say that a particular organization has got growth, and IT has got growth, non-IT has got less growth. There are some speculative information that you people have got. However, I say that there is growth in the career also. How the growth happens in the career will be available in the coming slides. So, looking at it, I would rather say that the career guidance has now begun for you people, and I welcome you all, which really plays a very, very important role to each and every person, irrespective of the pass outs means, whether it is 16 pass out or 17 pass out or the recent fresher, whoever it might be. This career guidance is highly, highly beneficial, very much beneficial. How is this beneficial is here. So as I said, I have just now shown in my website that I've worked with almost nearly 300 companies around the nation, and I have come down here to introduce, the introduction part and all. You can see it once you can log in my website. So the first problem that any job seeker is facing is confusion. Now, why this confusion is arising in the freshers is because of the various fields that are actually existing. There is IT, there is non-IT, there is BPO, there is KPO, there is sales and marketing, all these things. So what is BPO? What is KPO? What is IT? What is non-IT? What is sales and marketing? There is a lot of confusion. Amidst this much of confusion, the environmental factors, none other than the friends or the relatives, because of those influences, you people are getting diverted. And once you're moving into one company, whether you will sustain or not is the biggest question mark. So, for that purpose, I have come down, my dear friends, that This confusion has arisen because of the globalization. It all began in 1990s with Satyam Computers in India, the first pioneer in India. And when IT has entered into India, then they saw that the manpower in India is really cheap with a very high quality, I can say. The output is really high quality. The kind of English we Indians speak is as equivalent as a UK person. So the US, UK, all countries abroad have come down to India, and even now they have outsourced it to India because the currency of India is obviously very less compared to them. At the same time, the manpower that is available is of high quality. So for that purpose, the moment when the software industry has come into India, when many companies have come forward, then the private sector came into this picture, and there were n number of people who are working in the government sector, they moved to private, and that's how it kept on booming. However, before going forward, I would like to give a clear picture, and the techies, the VTechs, I'm sure you might have seen this, which you people call it as a software development life cycle. Whereas from my end, I say that it is a development life cycle to each and every individual on this earth, keeping aside IT, non-IT, accounts, BCom, whatever qualification is there, just keeping that aside. Forget about this session of the jobs also for a while. Let us have a look at these words. One is called as requirement capturing, analysis, coding, testing, and customer support. Now, requirement capturing in sense like let us take a carpenter and let us take a main person. Now, the main person is you, who is your client. You are the client, and your requirement is making a table, a round table. Now, analysis. Analyst is a person where he will analyze. He will analyze how much diameter should be there, how much height it should be there, how much weight should be the table, and what purpose is that table been used. In that way, analysis has been made. Next, the technical word coding has been used over here, and here in this coding part, if you take it into the language of a carpenter, how many screws are needed, how many nuts are needed, how many bolts are needed, and how much time is needed, and how many people are needed, this coding part will be is the basic crux to analyze and to give the table to the client, that is to you only. After making the table, there will be again testing. They need to test the table whether is it working properly or not, functioning well or not. In case if there is any weight being kept, will it work or not? That is called as testing. After testing, then when the table has been given to you, as you are owner of the particular company, what you'll do is you will be giving it to the particular wooden shops, and there the customers will be buying the tables. And once they are using it, and in case if they are having any problem, they will call the customer support people. That is called as PPO. To make it very, very short, my dear friends, if there is any project that has come, it will be taken care by the CEOs. There will be a business analyst who will be taking care of it. Coding is nothing but if it is a software, it is IT, it is called as Java, .NET, SAP, programming and everything that is called as coding. Testing is nothing but the same software testing. And then after testing comes customer support. Customer support comprise of the BPOs, KPOs, the technical support, what you have been actually listening, right? That is called as the customer support. So this will clear up your confusion is what I am thinking. And I hope I have given you a clear picture of a carpenter requirement, and if you are owner of a carpenter, how analysis has been done. In a similar way, a project of an IT project is also done in this fashion. And This is where the customer support is there, and you people will be getting a lot of openings in the BPO customer support marketing, because a product has been made and it has been given to a client, and it is their duty to go and sell to the market. And this is as simple as such. So, in order to get rid of the confusion, I have given this life cycle for you. Next is, I was speaking about career growth. Now, how does a career growth comes? Now, here again, let us take a small example. I would rather say that we will take our favorite ex-captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He is our wonderful player, and he has not become a captain overnight. He has played for under 16 or under 18, and then Ranji Trophy, and then later on he worked, I mean, he has worked in this railways or whatever, and after that he kept on moving forward, and he stuck only to one field, that is only cricket. So what made him stuck to cricket is he has liked that particular field, that was his passion. Then automatically the growth will come, because there is a recognition. There is a recognition by the government. So that's how the growth has come in his career. In a similar way, if any person is sticking to one company, the HR will be observing exactly how many hours a person is working and what for is he working. And in case if they are working more than 9 hours as per the stipulated time, then automatically the growth will be there, and the growth and everything will be in your hands. Now, here you can see in this slide, it is called as comfort zone at growth in career. Comfort zone is nothing but, suppose if I ask Dhoni to play chess, and if I ask another person to play cricket, Dhoni can play the other game, but not in a comfortable way. Similarly, if you get a job, you should not get pressurized. You should not get pressurized. In case if you get pressurized, then you're not enjoying your job. If you're not enjoying your job, you'll be leaving your company. So just now I was speaking about my website, right? So here what happens is, generally there are students in these colleges, and if you take SV University Tirupati, these are the colleges where I have mentioned clearly that techies are being picked out. Now SV University is a college where there are people who speak only in Telugu or their mother tongue, but they are not good in English. But technically they are very strong. Similarly, here, if you take the other colleges, there are who speak very good English, but technically they are not strong. So, depending on the requirement of the companies, I line up the candidates. So, I need to speak with you, and depending on your area of interest, so that you will be enjoying your job. Suppose if you have got a job in Cap Germany, and if you are working for more number of hours, then automatically the growth will come. And once the growth comes, then comes your salary hike and everything. So my ultimate aim is to make you work in the companies where you will not get pressurized. And once you get a recognition, then automatically comes the growth. So my dear friends, growth is in your hands. At the same time, please be noted that IT is not the only sector that has got growth. I say that each and every job has got growth, each and every job. So I'm sure that in these 10-15 minutes of my explanation, you might have understood that if you are in a much comfortable position, or a much comfortable path where you're actually inclined to, then I would rather say that you will definitely excel in their career. So you can take any sector, it's IT or non-IT or BPO or KPO or sales or marketing or pharma, whichever sectors that are there, all jobs have growth. Let us take a small kirana store. a person who is working as a normal layman in a shop also, if he or she are working for many months or maybe for some more years, automatically the promotion, I mean, they get promoted and they get the growth will come because the owner will be observing how many hours you're working and how many hours you're serving. Similarly, I have clearly mentioned here that the HR will be observing your potential and then comes the growth. This part generally a consultant has to give, and as it is my duty, I have given it to you. That growth is available in all the sectors, and as I've already got tied up with many companies around the nation, I will take up your resume and then basing on that one, I'll be placing into the companies. So my work, what I'm going to do for you is the first impression of any HR is your resume. So in case if your resume is not up to the mark or not clear, then I've got a certain team where they will rectify it and they will prepare according to the company. I mentioned that the resume will be changing from company to company. Now you take a company which is Dell. Their way, Dell is actually a sales and manufacturing company of Dell, and they have got technical support, customer support. It is purely BPO. Their way of interviewing is totally different. You take Honeywell, their way of interviewing is totally different. You take ICICI Bank, their way of interviewing is totally different because they are into the banking sector. They are scared that in case if there is any mistake happens, it is the people's money that is going to give them a lot of bad remark. If you take Accenture, it's a mixture of pharma and banking and many other. If you take Infosys, it is also in that way. And if you take TCS, so the resume will be changing from company to company, company to company. If you take one resume and if you put it in one company, it doesn't mean that the other companies will be accepting. Yes, they might be accepting, but the weightage will be less. So for that purpose, I would rather say that the first impression for the particular company HR, your resume weightage is very much important. The next process is nothing but explaining about the job role and what work you have to do. Now, as I said, that the HRs will be going to the colleges, they'll be picking you up, and then they will tell you that there is a certain work, some job is there. That's it. What job? What kind of a job? What role is that? How much pay package is there? With whom are you interacting? Are you interacting with the US people or UK people or with the Indian people? That explanation, they will say that they're going to provide you a training. Once you get into the company, once you get into the company, and if you're actually not in the comfort zone, suppose if you have got a job and in case if you are feeling pressurized, then automatically you will be leaving the company. And once if you are leaving the company frequently, the weightage in the resume will definitely go down. For that purpose, I'm saying that career counseling is very much important and it plays a very, very, very important role. And my job is to make you place in a way that you will not get pressurized and instead enjoy your job. Once you enjoy your job, once you enjoy your job, then automatically there will be growth. And at the same time, the I mean to say there will be a lot of things where you can learn it on your own once you're moving into one company. So getting into a company is very easy. And the first step that is to be done is nothing but a resume preparation. The next first is nothing but explaining about the job role, which is just now cleared. And if next is if you go to an interview of a particular company, that company, what kind of questions will they arise? If you take this company, say Cognizant, their way of the number of rounds are a lot compared to the Centel or like Honeywell or IBM. Or if you take the banking sector, their way of methodology of interviewing is totally different. So it varies from client to client, client to client, and also depending on the actual opening and also the level of the openings, I can say. So it vary from company to company, company to company. In that way, what I will do is once after preparing your resume, then I will explain step by step how to attend the interview and make sure that the HR will not ask any more questions. What questions will he or she ask, and how will you answer, and how will you click in the interview? That I'm going to explain. And if you need any further assistance, I've got my team. And to conclude with, my work is nothing but to provide a clear picture on the ocean of opportunities available, nothing but to clear up your doubts. And then on going through resume, my team will contact you. And below is my website, Spoke for your daughter, which is called as a single point of contact. And let me just take you go through the website of mine where you can have a clear picture. See, basically, I was telling about the services. And in case we go to services, here the first thing which I emphasize is on career counseling. So irrespective of the freshers or experienced or whoever. And then I also take care of the entrepreneur guidance and even outsourcing, wherein many companies are being now tied up with me, where in case if you are not having a proper job, or if you are keeping on trying and still not able to get a job, you can approach me and I will try to send it to the particular one. And training and placements is what I was doing it for the past 5 years. And at the same time, I'm still saying that I will not send any person blindly. You can go through my website where how much effort I usually keep. And then that is about the services which I was keeping and explaining about. Next is I'm also speaking about the products, wherein right now because of the pandemic everything has become online. So you might have posted your jobs in Naukri Monster, whereas I got tied up with an international job portal wherein you can post your resume in the app's jobs, and where the clients from different countries looking at your resume, they may even contact you. Not me, they will contact you. So how to post a resume in this one and all also I will explain. So resume preparation makes the is the basic crux of it. Followed by that is some more training programs are there. In case if needed, I will be helping you. And as I said, we were actually in this page only at the beginning of the start. And this is where I was telling about institutions and also the companies. And last but not least is the contact option. Now, if you click on contact, you can see that my mail ID at the left, where you can ask any of your queries. You can just click on that one. And also you can see an option called as opportunities for you. This is a Facebook page where I'm not asking you to click on like that. You can just go through that one and you'll be having all updates, wherein I'll be providing career guidance almost every Saturdays and Sundays and some more. And also how to go forward with the opportunities and the job opportunities which are there with me. I'll be explaining. So it is in that way. So it is possible in case if you go through my website, and that is what I have clearly mentioned. If you have got any further queries, you can contact me. And thanks for your patience for listening. Thank you.